Hello friends and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be doing the 24 books that I want to read in 2024. So yeah, not much to explain. We're just going to get into it. If I sound weird, it's because I feel like absolute garbage.
For anybody who wants to know what garbage is, that means French for trash.
Just got the crud, so we're going to get through this, and my battery's about to die, so we're going to get through this as quickly as possible. So some of these books I have physically, some of them I do not own yet because they are new releases and they're not out yet. So we're going to go through the ones that I own physically first, and then we'll go through the others, and I'll just post a picture up, probably right up here. All right, in no particular order. So we have Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I got this one as a book of the month book in July, and I was very strategic with this list. A lot of these books are books that I have owned for a while and I need to get them off my shelf, and this is one of them. So book number 1 is Catherine Center's Hello Stranger. This book is about a girl who ends up getting face blindness. She's an artist that does people's portraits, and she ends up getting face blindness. So sounds interesting. We'll see how that goes. The next book on my list is Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. This is a fairly newer one, but I'm not going to be able to get to it by the end of the year, so we're going to put it into 2024. I have read everything she's put out so far. Dreamland Billionaires I liked better than the Dirty Air series. I wasn't a fan of it, so this is coming right off the Dreamland Billionaire series, so there's going to be characters in here that were in the last book, so I'm excited to read this and see how it is. I don't know, I've been in my cowboy and billionaire romance era here lately, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with my hair, y'all. Okay. Then we have Never Lie by Frida McFadden. The only book I've ever read by her is The Housemaid, and I really enjoyed it, so I figured I just want to read some more of her stuff. It's really easy to get through, and it's straight to the point. Very easy reads that I read through very fast. So that is book 3 on our 24 reads. Next, we have a historical fiction. I am usually not a historical fiction girly, but I've heard many great things about this author, so I'm excited to see how I enjoy her, and that is The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. I know The Nightingale is her most popular. My best friend read that and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to see how I like her writing. So yeah. And then next up, we have Light Lark by Alex Astor. If you've been on BookTube or Book Talk, you know exactly what this is. It's a YA fantasy. I've heard many things about it. I would just like to get to it and read it and see what all the hype is about. So yeah, we'll see. Very excited. I've heard mixed reviews, so I don't know how I'm going to like it, but I like to go into books and just kind of, something that I've learned about myself in this year is that not to let Goodreads reviews and stuff influence me, because if an author, if many people dislike an author, they will go on there and they will just flood with 1-star reviews, and it will bring the rating down, and they haven't even read the book. So from now on, I'm not going to look at the Goodreads reviews before I read it. If I see a book that I think I'm going to enjoy, I'm just going to read it and form my own opinion. So yeah. Next up, this book has been on my shelf for 2 years now, and that is These Violent Delights. I have got to get through this book. I've got to read it. So we are going to read it in 2024. 2024 is going to be the year. I originally was going to unhaul this, and then I saw a video by Rachel Catherine where she was reading the spinoff series of this and said that she really enjoyed this duology and the spinoff, and so she kind of convinced me to rehaul it and give it a try. So that's what we're going to do in 2024. The next book is The Voyager by Diana Gabaldon. This is the 3rd book in the Outlander series. This is a chunker, y'all. These books, hang on, let me see, how many pages is this? Okay, this is 870 pages, and the font, y'all, just look at this font. 870 pages. The font is tiny, and it's the size of a Bible. So that's why I've been putting it off. So we're going to read it in 2024, even if I have to get the audiobook for it. That's what I did for book 2, because I read half of it physically, and then I was like, okay, I need the audiobook because I'm getting nowhere. And so I ended up being able to finish book 2 with the audio. So if I have to do it with this one, then so be it. The next book is one that kind of intimidates me, and that is The Invisible Life of Ada LaRue by V.E. Schwab. I've heard mixed reviews about this, but once again, I saw a video of Rachel Catherine. She read it, loved it, so I bought it, and it's just been sitting on my shelf. So 2024 is going to be the year that I'm going to read this. I'm kind of nervous because they said it reads kind of like a classic does, so I'm not much of a classic girly either, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, the next book scares me to death to read, but I'm going to read it in 2024, and that is A Little Life. I'm prepared to have an emotional breakdown and cry and have to put this book down several times because it just destroys me, but 2024 is going to be the year we're going to read it. If not, I'm going to unhaul it. So we're going to read it. Destiny Sidwell said she loved it, so if she loved it, then I must love it, right? I'm not influenced at all, like not one bit. All right, the last physical book on my shelf is Powerless. The next one comes out in 2024, and as y'all all know, if the series is not completed, I like to hold out until it's closer to time so that I have the next one ready to go. So we're going to read this in 2024. I'm very much excited. All right, those are all the physical books that I own on my 24 books in 2024. So now we're going to get to the ones that I don't own yet. And first up, we have Funny Story by Emily Henry. At this point, I would read Emily Henry's grocery list. I love her writing. I love her books. I'm very, very much excited for this book. So yeah, I don't know anything about it, but I've already pre-ordered it. So if that tells you anything. Next up, we have House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. As you all know, I read the first book of the Crescent City series. I reread it this month. I'm going to be reading the second one in January so that I am ready when this comes out January 30th. I'm super, super excited. The way the second one left off, I cannot wait. And next up, we have Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This is her first like paranormal fantasy romance, and I'm very much excited. I've heard that it's like Omegaverse. It's a marriage of convenience between a vampire and a werewolf. So I'm very much excited. Very, very much excited. Also, I have How Does It Feel? I've seen mixed reviews about this, but I want to go in and see if it totally just obliterates me like it did. I forget her name on TikTok. And, I've seen mixed reviews. Some people love it, some people hate it, but we shall see. Next up is Swift and Saddled by Lila Sage. I read Done and Dusted. Absolutely loved it. Read it in one sitting. I cannot wait to read the next one. I'm so excited. I've already pre-ordered it. A lot of these I've already pre-ordered. So yeah. Next up, we have Daughter of No Worlds. I really enjoyed the Crowns of Nyaxia duology from Carissa Broadbent. So, and I've heard that a lot of people, I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite. Like, it's not something that if my house was on fire, I would save that duology. But I've heard that if you weren't like a huge fan of it, then you would love the Daughter of No Worlds trilogy. Or is it like, I don't know what the trilogy's name is, but so we're going to read it and we're going to see. Next up is we have The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I love Sarah Adams. I love her so much. The cheat sheet reminds me so much of One Tree Hill. And this is like the next book in an interconnected standalone, I believe, for that book. So we shall see. Next up, we have Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood. Once again, Ali Hazelwood, I would read her grocery list. So I've already pre-ordered it too. And the next book I've already pre-ordered is Wisteria by Adeline Grace. It is the final book in the Belladonna trilogy, and I love that trilogy. I am so excited to read the third one and see how it ends. So yeah. Next up, I am buying this when it comes out on the 26th, and that is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. I gave Divine Rivals a 5-star. My favorite book. I love it. Well, it's not like my favorite book of all time, but loved it. And and the way it ended, like, I need that now. I need it now. I've already gone on to Blackwell's, and I've already like ordered the UK cover of the book because that's how much I loved it. So next up, I want to start the Thursday Murder Club series. I've heard mixed reviews about it, but it's always intrigued me, and so I'm going to give it a try. So we're going to read the first book in 2024. Then we have In a Jam by Kent Canterbury. This has been on my TBR for a while, and I've just never read it or bought it. And 2024 is going to be the year. Mark my words. The last two books on my 24 books for 2024 is Trial of the Sun Queen. I've seen a lot of people they've been getting this book in PR, and some people love it. And so I want to try it out and see how it is. I see it every time I go to the bookstore. I just never pick it up. And so 2024 is going to be the year that I pick it up. The first two books are out. I think it's supposed to be a trilogy, but we shall see. The last book on my 24 books of 2024 is Guild by Raven Kennedy. This is the Plated Prisoner series. I have been wanting to read this since I discovered Book Talk in 2020. It's just really intrigued me, and so 2024 is going to be the year. I've been rounding up and finishing series, and so this is going to be one of the series I start. I'm very much excited. So yeah, I believe that is all of the books. Yeah, that is all of the books, the 24 books on my 24 books of 2024 that will be a priority for me. But anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and join my bookish community. It would make my day. If you made it this far, comment down below. Tell me some books that you're interested in reading in 2024. And if I've never read them and and they're not already on my TBR list, I would love to add them. I am always looking for new book recommendations. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know this was fast, but my battery's about to die and I just had to get it out. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.